Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to explain the benefit money that I receive. This video has existed in my mind in different iterations. Originally, it was going to be something really clickbaity, like socialism was not a free ride. That was going through my head for a long time. I got all riled up because I saw a video on Facebook. It was an American video, and the aim of it was to dispel the myth of the welfare queen, and this man was giving different statistics about people in America living on welfare and what it's actually like. And that got me riled up, and my first reaction was, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to talk about, the benefits of socialism. I even had a story in mind of someone I know who has benefited from socialism. But then I stopped and thought about it, and I'm like, that's even without identifying information. I shouldn't be telling someone else's story. That's not my story to tell. That's why I don't really talk about my family drama in these videos because that hits too close to home for me. It starts stepping on other people's stories. And in these videos, I want it to be about me and keep everything else anonymous. So, my original idea for the video of how great socialism is, using this example, I realized that wasn't going to work. So, what instead I've decided to do is tell you how it helps me, tell you what my benefit is. And this will also help clarify things for the next video, because the benefit will be quite relevant in my plans for the future. I receive money through, it's called the Ontario Disability Support Program, and I receive a monthly benefit through them, which is an amount of money that I'm not going to disclose, and some healthcare benefits. So, just to back up a bit, in Canada, through your employer or you can buy insurance, you can get things covered that the government doesn't cover. So in Ontario, that could be lots of things: chiropractor, massage, physiotherapy, dental, vision, prescription medication. Now, some of those things should be covered by the government, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. So when you have a job, your employer can offer you benefits that cover those things. So my ODSP includes some very basic dental, eyeglass, and prescription drug coverage. Does not include anything else. I have been asked. I'm right. Like I have been asked before. Someone asked me if it would cover a chiropractor. Someone thought it might cover a dietitian. And these aren't random schmoes off the street. One was a social worker, and one was a person that works with people with autism. So I'm realizing there's a lot of misconceptions out there. So I want to make it very clear. They cover very little, and it's actually kind of pathetic. Um, and the amount of money I get is by far not enough to live on. I had someone ask me, why don't you just move out and live on your benefit? And I discussed, in the previous video, my thought about moving to another city and living in a teeny little bachelor. And that would have been an existence of poverty. That would not have been a comfortable life. To live comfortably in the Toronto area, I would need to get 2.5 to 3 times the amount of money they give me. When I say live comfortably, I mean rent an apartment and eat food. Um, I guess an apartment that's not falling down for that price. Housing in Toronto is some of the worst in the world in terms of pricing. I cannot afford, even if I left and went to somewhere way else in Ontario, I still would not really be able to live very well off that benefit. I'm lucky in that when I left work and my only money was the benefit, I was able to move back home. A lot of people don't have that option, and I do know for a fact that people live on the streets who receive this benefit because they need subsidized housing, and the lists are so long. So this is not a welfare queen. This is not free money. For me, it's a good tool. It's going to help me like it did in the past when I had some work, and then I had the benefit money to fill in the rest. For people who only have that money, it's not a good existence. It's not no welfare queen there, trust me. And in terms of why I have it, I don't want people thinking just because you have autism, you shouldn't work and you should get a benefit. I never in a million years thought I would receive ODSP. I even resisted applying for it for a long time. I felt it was for people with worse needs than me and that I could work, and that hasn't proven true. And now with the fibromyalgia and everything, it looks like the benefit will be a great tool for me in the future when I can work somewhat and then have that money to rent. So as for why I got it, I was covered under my stepdad's benefits until I finished college, and I had just assumed I would finish college, get a job, I'd find a job that had benefits, not all do, and that would be that. That didn't happen. I didn't work at all for more than a year out of school. And during that year, I had a tooth problem. I had a cavity that I ignored. I knew it was a cavity. I could feel it, but I ignored it because I didn't want to pay for it. Um, what happened was I called a $1,200 hole in my mouth. It's on the back, so you can't see it when I'm talking. I ignored it until it was unbearably painful. By that point, I ended up with I was out of control. I ended up with an abscess. Long story short, a ton of money was put into saving this tooth, and ultimately they were not able to save it. Fortunately, I had some money in a savings account. Unfortunately, I used about a third of it on trying to save this damn tooth. So, after the tooth episode, and also when it was taking me a long time to get a job, and I couldn't really afford to keep paying for my prescription medications, I decided to apply for the ODSP benefit, and I should have done it a lot earlier in retrospect, but I resisted it. I felt I didn't need it. I felt I would do fine on my own. Things have changed for sure, and I think that's about it. I think that's enough information. And when I talk about my future plans in the next video, it'll make more sense now when I'm going on about my benefit. And yeah, I hope you can see me, my room. I'm living at home right now with my mom and my stepdad. This house I'm living in is not something I'll ever be able to afford, so don't get any crazy ideas. Not a welfare queen. Socialism is a tool. And for me, this is going to be a very helpful tool. And I guess that's about it. Thank you.